Welcome back to Blue Collar Speed and Repair. Got a new project. We just kind of finished up the Galaxy. That'll be coming back in the near future. We got a couple things we got to fix, but this came up on Marketplace. 68 Chevy Sport Van, and normally I'm not a van guy. This one's got some slight modifications. I said not really a van guy. I was never in a band. My kids didn't play soccer. More of a pickup guy. I don't care if it has a regular pickup bed, a rollback, a wrecker bed, or a flatbed. I can't really keep a straight face. Anyway, this came up on Marketplace. I just thought it was really weird and really unique and had to have it. So it's a, like I said, 68 Chevy Sport Van. Somebody has completely, obviously customized. They moved the doors. She's fighting bugs or something over there. Karate. Feeding squirrels. So we moved the van doors off up, obviously. Those are functional. And then did this like goofy flatbed deal, and you can't really see it, but it's got a fifth wheel hitch on it. So don't know what it was used for. I don't have any information on it. This is a like a custom built wing that goes up on the cab there, and then it's got like this window motor in it, so you can actually change the angle of the wing. I don't know why. Like to see if we can make it work, but I don't know a lot about this thing. The guy I bought it from had it for about 3 years. He bought it from some guy out in Washington State, so it's a long way from, well, I'm assuming it's home. These originally would have came with 2 different straight 6 options, or you could get a 307 V8. This actually has a 455 Oldsmobile in it, turbo 400, and I believe a factory 12 bolt. So this is what would be the G20 or the 3/4 ton model. So it's got heavier suspension, 6 lug axles. It is drum brakes all the way around, manual. But obviously the star of the show is the goofiness that is the flatbed and the stacks here. So, excuse me. It does have like these goofy doors on the side that I assume are custom built. So like this one has a drawer that comes all the way out. These are the like heat guards for the stacks, and then this is a table that comes all the way out. And this looks like maybe a little vise was bolted on, so I don't know if this was used to haul like an RV for camping or hold some kind of a race trailer or what. I don't have any information on it, like I said. So yeah. Yep. It's also got an air tank on it too. So like I said, I don't really know. I couldn't really get any information on it. The doors don't latch real well. It needs obviously a lot of work. It's all cracked out around where the exhaust is mounted. There's no flex joints at all in the exhaust, so all the vibration of the engine is transferred into just these little rubber pads that I'm sure are rock solid. So I haven't been under this thing, haven't really been in it too much. Basically, I showed up at the guy's house and went, yeah, I want it, and threw it on a trailer, and it's kind of just been sitting here. So we're gonna learn together. Free brake fluid. You want to trust it? Okay. The part that scares me, besides the viruses that are in here, the guy had to take the wing off that I purchased it from, and he cut the tops of the stacks off to fit in his enclosed trailer. And I don't know if he had, we put the water bottles on here. I don't know if he had this thing covered at all, and it was sitting in his driveway for 3 years. No, he said there was an easy up over it. But so as far as I know, it would have the bucket seats and then like a couple bench seats. So it's got these other 2 like bucket style seats that are facing backwards. Had speakers in it. Radio's bungee corded in. Got a CB radio. Got a cassette deck. I don't know what that does. Of course, the 60s had the ashtrays on the door handles. I don't know if that's a gauge for the air tank. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. Gauges. ZT driving computer. No idea what that is. Somebody added delayed wipers. That's kind of cool. We'll close that. Like I said, it's got onboard air. There's a set of air horns. There is a hole up here somewhere that used to go to. I don't know what those switches stuff do. I don't know if that controlled the lights on the wing. I have no idea. There's the engine shoehorned in there. Like I said, it's supposed to be a 455 Olds. Try to look at some casting numbers. Throttle sticks, but its carburetor's not stuck. That's nice. Other than the exhaust, this should have been all fairly protected. So I think the goal today is just see if we can make this thing run. I have, like I said, no idea what I'm doing with this thing. I kind of bought it on a whim. It showed up on Marketplace, and I wanted it. So here we are. So I think we'll shove it in the shop, kind of look over it a little bit more, and like to get it up in the air and see what it looks like underneath. I think these are a unibody. They don't have a frame. So that'll be interesting. There's a radiator and a radiator cap. Laying down there sideways. I don't know how these work. How these are supposed to work. I've never worked on one. So door hinges need some work, obviously. They're a little loose, a little sloppy, but I mean, the gauge cluster is kind of cool. Whole little like cockpit area type deal. Got a trailer brake on it. Fuse block is expertly installed with a bungee cord, so approve of that. I'm assuming that used to be the ignition switch. Also approve of that. Obligatory wire nuts. So, like I said, I'm seeing most of this stuff for the first time as well. So, let's get this thing shoved inside, get it up on the lift, and see if this motor even turns over. I might be wasting my time. We'll see. All right, got her in the shop here. Since this engine wasn't meant for this, I don't even know if we have access to the dipstick or anything. Can you grab a light? Oh. Well, there's a transmission dipstick. I don't see the engine dipstick anywhere. Where do you suppose that went to? No idea. What else we got? Might have been off the ignition switch, maybe. Don't know. Maybe it's the air horn. Oh, I bet this was. Oh God, I'm dying. Yeah, I bet it was a full string. All right, we're gonna try to make that work. All right. I do not see an engine dipstick anywhere. So you have to look from underneath, I guess. See what we can find. Part of a switch, maybe. What's in here? Anything? Oh, crunchy. There's remnants of stuff in there. All right. I don't know what was going on back here. I'm guessing that's metal. No idea what this stuff was on top of it. And it's got all these trim pieces with the hooks in it. I think it had carpet or something back here. I don't know. Weird. So it's got this like scoop deal on the front. I'm assuming that's transmission cooler. I believe this should have a radiator up in here as well. So yeah, I mean there's, yeah, sure enough. I don't know if you can see that real well, but there's another radiator there. So still not seeing a dipstick, so yeah, that's transmission. Yeah, don't see an engine dipstick. Oh, maybe that's oil cooler up there, not a transmission cooler. Interesting. Yeah, sure enough, I don't see an engine dipstick at all. That's strange. Interesting. You see the custom mount and motor mounts for the engine. That's pretty crazy. Just a bunch of C-channel. Why would you not make the dipstick work? Spark plugs look like they're going to be fun.
Maybe they got to the point where they had it in there and it was built and they started to heck with it. We don't need it that bad.
No.
And then got transmission dipstick. Yeah. This is old. Mighty auto parts wheel.
All cobbled together shift linkage. Looks like the starter's been replaced at some point. What else we got? There's the goofy exhaust. Batteries underneath the body. That's looks terrible, but it seems fairly solid. They said turbo 400. This will be the whatever Buick, Oldsmobile, Pontiac. Is that the three? They're not the same as a regular Chevy one.
Is that the dipstick?
I don't know. I'm over here now. Where?
Right there. It's really small.
Where?
Right there.
Oh,
there's a bracket.
Yeah, it looks like that might be it. Yeah, all right, well, we'll look at that again up top. Yeah. Cutest little drive shaft I ever did see. What in the world is that? Is that
balancing weights?
Oh, I think that's some kind of a speed sensor. Huh. That's new to me.
Oh, this is so weird.
There's that air tank I was talking about. How much water's in it?
I don't know. The fuel tank looks okay, so maybe the air tank.
It's being be nothing in there, so it's got no like pump or anything. Fill it with a Schrader valve, and then you have air. So the fuel tank is back here. Looks like all rubber lined double filters. I'm assuming this is well, obviously it's a custom tank. We'll see what that looks like inside. More expert wiring.
Very nice living up there.
I'm sure there was mice living everywhere. Oh, I forgot to mention they put a tailgate on it too, so there's actually storage in the back, which is kind of neat too. So I guess you can put more tables or whatever in there. Don't have any idea what any of that means. It is a 12 bolt. Like I said, drum brakes all the way around. Park brake seems to all be there-ish. There's that second radiator. Big old boy. I guess this all fills from that tank up top. I don't really know. Well, this one's got a hole in it, so I'll have to look into that. That one was chewed by mice or cut with a sawzall. Hard to say. Well, I guess we try to take this pan deal off and see if we can get to the front of the engine. Actually, it's right there. Never mind. Oh, well, that's not going to work either. That's pressed on, doesn't have a bolt. So, scratch that. Guess we'll put a pry bar on the flex plate and see if we can make this motor spin. Hopefully it will move. All right, I don't know if this is going to be long enough, but oh, that's not good. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Well, that's not a good sign. I don't have a piece of pipe or anything. I don't think. I don't know if that's going to be big enough. I'm not sure there's anywhere to pry. Well. Yeah, do that. I can feel it kind of trying. Shucks. All right, let me come up with a game plan here. Came up with a game plan. Jack handle. More leverage. Well, it's not looking good. Well, now what? All right, I think I can kind of sort of get to the spark plugs. So I might try to suffer through getting those out, see what they look like. I do have one of those horoscope, endoscope, whatever those things are called. The cheapy Amazon snake cam deals. Let me see if I can get these spark plugs out and see if we can look in the cylinders a little bit. Not giving up yet. Truck van? Is it a Tran? Or is it a Vuck?
Let's go with She's gonna need a name badge.
Not. Ooh, well.
You pull it apart?
Yeah, well, I just pulled chunks of the boot off.
Das Boot.
Das Boot. Alright, well, these spark plug wires are extremely crispy. I cannot get to them very well. So,
Take the manifold off?
I don't want to take the manifold off either. I wonder if we put a pole jack under it. Take the bolts out of the frame rail here, if they even come out, and see if we can lower the whole thing. The problem is the fan, getting into the fan shroud. Yeah, we don't really have much room there either.
Ouch.
I don't know if I can get in there and get the fan out. In fact, I'm sure I can't.
If we take this box,
All right.
we might have a little whip.
I'm gonna brainstorm here for a minute. I can't seem to get my hands in here to even get the plugs out. All right, ended up just struggling through this and stuffing my hand in the best I could, in and out, and had to stand on a block of wood on a couple of them and get my arm all contorted. Anyway, so some of these don't look that bad. I guess it'd be 2 and 4. Have a little bit of moisture corrosion. No, I'm sorry. 3 and 5. 6 is the worst. That one's pretty gross. It's light. So I'll get the borescope. The rest of these don't look too bad. That one's just got some dirt on it, but get the borescope. I want to try to look at least those 3 cylinders and see if we can see any junk in there. All right, got the camera number 6. I don't know how well this shows up, but it definitely has some corrosion in there. Not as bad as I thought it would be, but definitely has some corrosion. So I want to try to get was it 3 and 5?
Yeah.
All right, number 3 didn't look so bad. Number 5, I don't know what all that stuff is. Obviously, if I back it out, you can see that's the spark plug hole, and then that would be the top of the piston with a bunch of trash and crap on top. And I don't have any way of getting that out. I can't get like a blowgun in there or anything. So like I said, I'm just going to try to dump a bunch of stuff into these cylinders and see if we can even get this thing to turn over at all. If it doesn't break loose, then obviously none of this crap matters. So we're going to probably have to do one person up top, one down low, and try to fish the funnel into the cylinders, and then yeah, I mean, see if we can get some in there the best we can, at least those 3 minimum. So get a funnel out. Let's see if we can figure out a way to get some stuff in there, and yeah, we'll go from there. So funny story, don't make fun of me. We spent a little while struggling getting those plugs out. So took this passenger seat out just because it's so nasty. I didn't want her crawling in and out over it. To get to the get a funnel in there. Guess what I found? There's an access panel to get to the plugs. So now I'm going to see how that comes off, which is going to make our life a whole lot easier. Wish we would have seen that before, but I would imagine there probably is. So how's this work? I don't know, something like that. All right. Damn it. Well, that makes life a whole lot easier. Jeez. What'd you do with that boroscope? We might as well look in all these real quick. Bring that over here. That one looks really good. 2, 4 looks pretty good. Little corrosion. 6 is the worst plug. Now that one's pretty gross. And then I can't see. I still can't see. I need to move for a sec. All right, that's in the way too. There's no metal in here. What's happening?
What happens when you buy a hippie van?
All right, there is not enough room in this thing. All right, that one looks really good too. All right, so I'm gonna see if there's an access panel. I'm gonna see if there's an access panel on the other side. I'm assuming there is, and get that off, and then we'll dump some crap in the cylinders. Okay, well, access panel on the driver's side as well. I'm assuming these were custom made by whoever built this rig, so kind of a cool thought. I wish I would have saw it a long time ago. I'm going to get a funnel, like I said, pour probably Marvel Mystery Oil or something in this, and while that's kind of soaking, we're going to try to get this rear seat out, and I think we're just going to try to vacuum everything because I don't really want to crawl around in all this any more than I have to. So grab a funnel and start there, I guess. Oh, 3 and 5 cylinders have corrosion in them, 5 being that really, really nasty one, and then 2 and 4 on the other side. So, oh no, sorry, 4 and 6, and 6 had the worst plug. So I'm just going to put some stuff in all of them, I think. Well, as soon as I find that stuff, it should work. All right, so that's something. I think it's in there. I don't know if the end on this thing's small enough. No, I don't see it running out on the ground. So. All right, so I'm going to just do the same thing on the other side. And like I said, we're going to let that soak for a while. And while it's doing that, we're going to see about vacuuming all this crap, get this seat out. I want to try to vacuum all the junk off the engine as well. So let it soak, like I said, again, for the 14th time. And see if we can get this thing to break loose. Well, at some point it should free up. Like that. That's good. That's fine. I want that to work through the cylinders. You got a pen? Did you grab a marker? where are all our, let's mark up here, up high there. They're working?
A little bit.
Kind of. All right.
Good enough?
Good enough. Good enough for me. All right. Oh, it's getting a little tight there. Come on, girl.
You're getting back to your spot. Look. Let's try back the other way. I'm going to mark it on this end.
No, just I want to see if it'll free back up because it's stuck right now. I'm blind. Oh, I see what you're saying because we were moving this way first. I get it now. Why I want it moved now? All right, you guys are probably done watching me struggle here for a few minutes. Let me work this thing back and forth, see if I can get it to free up. Well, we've been at this for probably an hour now, and motor will turn by hand most of the way, and it gets stuck at one spot continuously. Both of us on the biggest pry bar I have against the flex plate, we cannot get to go past that part. So I'm wondering if maybe there's something stuck in the valve train. So I think next we're gonna yank the valve covers off and see if we can get these valve covers out of here first of all. But yank the valve covers off and see if we can see anything up top. Good thing is it's got these access holes that I knew about all along. So. Valve train looks fairly clean on this side. Let's see if we can push on these valves at all. Does that work? Kind of. That one moves. that moves. Oh, lost my light. Moves. Oh, difficult. That worked. All right, well, valve train on this side seems to move okay. All right, well, we took the other valve cover off, and that all seemed fine too. So I hosed it down, filled the cylinders with PB blaster this time because I don't have a lot of marble left. So we're gonna try this one more time and see what happens. Don't we need to go the other way?
Oh, I thought we were going back.
I thought you already did.
No, I don't think so. Okay. Well, now the guide's in the way in another way.
Who put that there? So now, try to go this way. And that's where it stops. Go down the stairs. Good morning. So, new day. Let this thing soak overnight. So hopefully we can get it unstuck today. If we can't, I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll jump off that bridge when we come to it. So while we were cleaning up last night, we cleaned out all the stuff that was in the trunk, bed, I don't know, whatever you call it, but a couple interesting finds. Water pump for an Oldsmobile, fuel pump, I'm assuming is the same for this vehicle. Hoses, brake hoses, really cool old school oil spout for like a metal can. You stab that in there. Grease gun, a bunch of hardware, U-bolts. This one's the most interesting. Some kind of homemade tool, obviously been beat on. I'm thinking it's probably for breaking the bead on a tire. So again, I don't know what this thing was for, what this rig was built for, but I'm leaning towards some kind of a race trailer of some sorts. A couple various like long hooks. So I don't know, sprint cars maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I'd like to find some information on it if I can, but that's not going to be easy. So hopefully this thing breaks loose because my shoulders and back are killing me right now. Spent an hour and a half or so prying on this thing yesterday. All right, wish me luck. All right, persistence paid off, and a little bit of brute force. So I took the handle off of this pry bar, put my jack handle on it, got it against the flex plate, and it broke free. So we got full 360-degree rotation. So I obviously don't have a oil pan gasket for a Oldsmobile. Excuse me. So we got a couple errands to run. We're going to pick up a gasket while we're out, put this back together, fresh oil. Do we want to pick up plugs or do we want to run these? Should probably pick up some plugs. All right. Probably pick up some plugs. I'll look at what kind of spark plug wires I have. I think I have some. These ones will probably be okay, but a couple of them were fairly crispy and the boots kind of came apart. So if I have something I can just kind of cobble together, great. If not, I'll get a cheap set of wires too. But yeah, other than that, I think we'll be back in a little bit. All right, got back from errands. It's amazing how long everything takes. Got out here at 8 o'clock this morning, did a couple things, and ran the errands, like I said, and that's after 2 already. Anyway, parts store did not have a gasket in stock, and I was too impatient to wait for one, so we're going to make our own. So I'm going to take a few minutes here, scrape this old gasket off of here. I have a little cheapy parts washer, so I'm going to run this in there or clean it out in there and see about gluing this thing on. Jesus, I can't talk. I don't know why you can see this, but this pan's been extended. It's been dropped down. These fins down here were added after the fact, or not from factory, obviously. So somebody took a factory pan and went full custom on it. So that's kind of cool. Really like to know the history on this rig. So. All right, I'm gonna hose this thing down, probably hit these edges with a wire wheel real quick, and then we gotta clean up the engine side and glue it on. Got the underside all buttoned up. Oil pan's on, oil filters changed, starters reinstalled. So let's see if we can get this battery out. It's already got a screw in it, which is nice. So I'm sure these connections will be fantastic. Got a screw in the. Alright. Okay, this is just sitting there. So, no idea what these other wires do. AAA battery laying around. See if we can make it work. Okay. Might as well try. Get the best we can out of it. That should not work. All right, I already hooked up starter button to the starter. Gonna work. Bet this connection is not going to do it. Let me see if I have a battery terminal for that positive side. Okay. Grab your nearest hammer. Where'd negative go? Where'd our negative go? There it is. So our negative just goes right here to the body, it looks like, unless it goes, I don't know, maybe. It's hard to say. That make a difference? Oh, hook it up, dummy. Yep. All right. How big of a mess can we make? A big one. I knew that was going to happen. Did it anyway. Let me wipe this down and throw some towels over. I want to crank this over for probably 30 seconds to a minute. See if we can pump all that crap out of the cylinders. And actually forgot I didn't put oil in it yet too. So I want to dump oil in it. See if we get oil pressure while we're cranking on it. So let me mess with a couple things real quick, and then we'll crank on it. All right, so we found the oil dipstick, by the way. Tube is right there, hiding. Where's that dipstick at? So since the oil pan is extended, whoever did it, they made their own marks. I'm not sure what any of them means, but since that was extended, I put a little over 6 quarts in it. Plus I filled the filter and it was almost up to the highest mark. So I'm gonna go with that and trust that the last person knew what they were doing, or whoever did the dipstick and the oil pan. I'm assuming it's the same person, so take that. Yeah, I mean they did cool access panels that I found after struggling. So went with Rotella T4 because I'm cheap and I'm lazy. This has zinc in it, so you don't have to run a zinc additive. And if you buy the 4-quart or the gallon jugs at Walmart, they're like $16. And a lot of auto parts store, if you bring it up on Walmart, they'll price match. So a lot cheaper than a lot of the other oils. So, all right. So I think we put rags just kind of draped over carelessly. Don't you need it for that side?
Nope, I already got one.
Okay. Something like that. Oh, I need another one. Which one of these is oil pressure, do we think? You see it? Second one?
No, without curling in.
Third one? Oh, now it's broken.
That was already broken.
That oil?
PSI.
Front one's probably temperature, or the left one rather. This one's vacuum, I can see that. And that's battery voltage. And
There's PSI there.
I'm assuming that one's oil. Let's see if that one does anything.
This one's all broken.
Ooh. Oh, that didn't work. Immediately blew the rags off. Our battery is already weak. So,
Got that other one over here.
yeah, we'll just probably put the jump box on it. No oil pressure while cranking, and of course we didn't crank it very long either. It's not a big surprise, but
yeah,
if we can get this thing running, be sure to keep an eye on that. So, so from here, you want to see if it has spark? What do you think? So we should be able, since this is a coil type setup, should be able to just put power to the coil from the battery. Yeah, let's get the jump box on it too. Of course, the positive's on the bottom, really hard to get to. Something like that. Let's get the jump box on there. Oh. Okay, jump box on. Guarantee we're probably not going to have spark. All right, pick a wire, any wire. Stick it to your tongue. Nope. All right. Oh, they're all hanging over there on the.
You got one right there.
This is going to hurt me. I already know it. That's going to hurt me. I don't like it.
Get like fires or something like that.
Where's the fun in that? Nothing. All right. Yep. All right. Don't leave your coil connected while you're working on stuff. All right. Where's my light? Oh. Here.
The fuzzies in the doghouse.
Oh.
Scotch lock in it?
Cap looks really good. Rotor looks really good.
I don't know that I've ever seen a Scotch lock in one.
I have a Scotch lock on the wire, so this should be interesting. I'm not exactly sure how this works, so let's here, hold that too.
See the points.
Yeah. I guess we take that rotor off real quick, see if I can see something a little better.
They're still hanging.
All right.
think the spiderweb has that video though?
Nah. Okay. Interesting. I don't really like all that too much, but there are the points there. So let's try running a little file through it.
I think this fan's convenient to work on.
No, it's not. Oh. Throttle linkage is a little inconvenient. Alright, so if we hook this back up and roll it over, we should see a spark there.
Push it on so
With light. I see a spark, but not a very good one.
Yeah.
So let's clean that a little more. Also, our battery's dying, so. And I feel a sneeze coming, so I apologize in advance.
Really just not a good spot to
Yeah, it's, well,
get all of our hands in here.
you're shining the light. There we go. No, well, that's almost better. There we go. Oh. Let me get this hooked on. Yeah, here we go. She's sparking. So let's throw this guy back on. No sneeze yet. That's going to sneak up on me. I already know it. Alright. So then our coil wire, wherever it went. Headlight. Oh yeah, all the sparks. Yeah, that's fine.
That's just.
It's still going.
That entire wall from there is covered.
Yes, I'm rust proofing the inside of this car is what I'm doing.
Okay.
So.
And some wire issues.
Yeah, well, I unhooked the wrong one because not that bright. So.
Pretty sure the battery pack's covered.
That's fine. It's plastic. I don't know. Now what? Oh.
Hook the coil wire back up, maybe.
Well, why is it sparking?
Good question.
That's interesting.
Well, because it's still hooked up to the coil. It's not hooked up to the.
There's no power hooked to the coil. So.
Okay. Neat.
Where's the coil getting power from? So normally, if you swing this way, turn your ignition switch on, sends power out this really beautiful pink wire here and sends power to your ignition system. Obviously, we don't have an ignition switch. So why does the coil have power? Which is great for making it run, but that's also how you shut it off.
Maybe because the wires are hooked together and then nut.
What nut?
There's two.
That little red wire. Maybe we tried cutting that red wire out of there.
Yeah.
I don't know what that does.
Take the wire nut off.
I only want engine currently, so now what happens? Still. Okay, interesting. Alright, let me do some digging. Try to figure this out, and we'll go from there. Alright, since we know nothing about this thing really, and given, sorry, if you shine back down there as a reminder, given the jumbled up mess that we got here and the fuse block that's being bungee corded in, we don't know.
Not normal?
We don't know what's going on here. So I just disconnected both wires that go to the positive side of the coil for now, and we'll just use our jumper wire. So jumper wire is now disconnected. Oh, blinding you again. Is now disconnected from the battery side. So no spark. And if I hook this back up, we should. Okay, I don't have enough hands. I can have spark. So, I think we're going to need a different battery. I don't know why we charged this jumper box for hours and it's dead. Or we jam spark plugs in it and just see what happens.
There's another battery there.
Yeah, I know. But they're heavy.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Let's clean up the spark plugs, put the wires back in, put fuel down it, and just see what happens.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to take the spark plug wire, or the spark plugs, just give them a wire wheel and brake clean rebuild real quick. Slam those back in. We got a wire or maybe two to fix. I don't remember, just one. And yeah, see if we make this make noise. Words are still hard even today.
All right, hold it back.
All right, so clean the spark plugs up a little bit. That one's still got brake clean all over it, but just got the big junk off of them. The one, I don't remember which one it is, 5 or 6 that had all the gunk in it. We got most of that out. I honestly forgot to get spark plugs, and again, I don't want to waste money on putting new parts on this thing if it doesn't run. So I mean, everything looks good, looks like it should, but like I said, I don't want to waste the money if we don't have to. So if it makes noise, then I don't have a problem doing a full tune-up. But obviously, this thing's a long way from driving down the road. So
if they didn't have an oil pan gasket, they probably weren't going to have plugs anyways.
Well, I'm sure they had spark plugs, but we're going to slam these in real quick, and we got, like I said, a wire to fix, and put fuel in it. All right, got all the plugs back in. Put the plug wires back on. I did not change the one because I didn't feel like it. So
let's get the hair.
You want hair in it? Try to fill the bowl here. At least put some in it. Alright.
Fill the bowl and hold the choke open?
Yep.
I think this is a little choke lever.
It is. The cable's all froze up, but yeah, that's it. Alright, so should have spark. See what happens. Give her heck. Do we still have spark? I wonder.
Did you hook those wires back up to the coil? Oh,
no, we have.
We were. I don't know. Guess we pull the coil on it and wire and find out.
Still got spark.
Is it pulling from the fuel tank? We don't know what's in there.
Oh.
Could be some nasty stuff.
True. I just want it to make noise. That's all I want. It may not have enough battery. I'm just going to spill. Hey! It did a thing.
Oh my God, it is raining shunk. It's still spitting stuff out of the exhaust tube. I think we should probably open a door.
Success! Oh, that makes me so happy. All right, disconnect the coil. We don't want to leave that hooked up.
I just want to say that I'm happy to drive this around town.
All right.
Not with the current seats.
Let's investigate that tank. See if we can actually get it to draw fuel. And we do have a coolant line to fix too. Coolant hose. And let's open some doors. Success. We'll be right back. All right, got the scope back out. Figure we take a look in this gas tank. I don't know how well that picks up, but.
No, well.
That's not what I meant to do. Can we get past that spot or no? Please? 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 Alright. Hold on for a sec.
Got it. You go down a little bit.
Down, you think?
I think so.
Well, don't remember that's not necessarily. I guess that is. Okay. No, if I go down, it doesn't even get as far. Aha!
It's a little blurry, but it doesn't look
Yeah,
bad.
I don't know if you can see that really.
Looks like a new tank.
But I don't see any chunks or anything in there, which is awesome. So I don't mind jumping some fuel in here. That doesn't mean that there's not a blockage in the line somewhere. Or,
yeah, because it's all rubber line up.
yeah, or if the fuel pump even pumps, or the pickup picks up, or any of that stuff. So remember those two filters? I think maybe we take those out, put a new filter in, and a chunk of line there.
Do you want to do that before we put gas in then?
Yeah, we probably should.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right, we'll be back.
Fuel line's not the best. It's pretty crispy. There's a little bit of a crack in it here. This line's all cracked. I think what I'm going to try to do is just disconnect it here, take both these out, and put a new filter in here and connect this line to it. Obviously, to put this thing on the road, we're going to need new fuel line and whatnot. This is pretty crispy. It's pretty crunchy up by the fuel pump as well. So we're just going to swap that out real quick. Like I said, I'm just trying to see if it'll pick up fuel and idle and run, as well as, do we know where that old hose is? This one here. Yeah, so one of these radiator hoses, I Had a split in it right here, was dripping. So I got a chunk from the auto parts store that I should be able to make work. So I'm gonna slam that real quick, slam that in real quick, do the fuel hose real quick, try to dump some water in it, and just see if we can make it idle. Like I said, it's a long way from the road. Brake pedal does nothing, it just goes to the floor. So I just want to see if it'll sit here and run and give us the confidence we need to actually work on this thing further. All right, where did we leave off? Put fuel in the tank, swapped out a coolant hose. We did dump some coolant in it. Put 4 or 5 gallons of fuel in. Hopefully that's enough for it to pick up. So let's try this again.
Hopefully the fuel line's not too crusty.
Hopefully not.
Do we need to swap battery or are we good?
It was starting on this one, so. All right, here we go.
Starter works it. Gear?
It's in gear.
Well, that would have been fun. There's a pickup truck in front of us.
Yep. Oh, just spill it everywhere. Not picking up fuel yet.
Hooey. It's not throwing stuff out anymore, it's just smoky.
Well, it's not picking up yet.
It's burning all of our mess off.
Ooh.
Starting to look like a Willie Nelson concert in here.
Willie Nelson Snoop Dogg party.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
She's a freight train.
It does not want to pick up fuel. So,
but it runs and it's not knocking.
Does run and it's not knocking, and I never looked at the oil pressure gauge, although I didn't hear any clattering really. It does have a hell of an exhaust leak, so I'm breaking on this side.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Oh. If the battery in it was from 2017, I'm guessing that's the last time they tried to work on it. Because that guy said he had it for 3 years and didn't try.
Yeah. We could try cracking the line here.
And backfeeding some fuel.
I'll just see if it's actually pumping up.
Yeah.
Let's try that real quick.
Be right here. Got another wasp nest.
Okay.
It's back there in the speaker hole. Gotta see through the smoke here.
There's no fuel there yet, doesn't seem like. So let's disconnect the coil here. Got a bit of blow by.
Yeah, I can see the smoke.
Alright, let's
It's probably not uncommon though. I mean, this engine was stuck.
yeah. The rings all freed up.
2 days and 4 pry bars stuck.
Can we make a mess?
Mm-hmm.
There's also a fuel pump in the back of this thing, so it may very well just need a fuel pump. Uh-oh. So let me just go back in there. There we go. Reach.
Or, I mean, it's a long ways for fuel to travel. It may not have just made it up here yet.
Alright. Coil.
Back to our regularly scheduled concert.
Well, it's leaking out of everywhere, so that's good. Quadrijet things. It's pouring out of the accelerator pump.
Yeah, I just saw that. That was a dream. Out the bottom.
Sparks flying out the bottom?
Yes, there were sparks coming out the bottom.
Awesome. I like sparks. From where?
I don't know, right under the engine.
Okay. That's helpful.
I saw sparks and I said, shit, stop.
It's probably that flex plate.
Probably. She is a little floppy.
All right. We need fresh air, first of all. Leave it on. No, it's fine. All right. It's it's pretty bad. Of course, you know, we did dump a lot of crap in those cylinders. A lot of it spilled out on the engine block and all that. So it's burning all that stuff off, and who knows how many years of junk's in that exhaust that's pointing straight up in the air. So it runs. I mean, may not be real happy about it. It does run. Remember, it was stuck, and it took a lot of work to get it unstuck. So huge win as far as I'm concerned. So I don't know what's next for this. Do we keep working on it? I mean, it's going to take a lot. I mean, it needs all the wiring, it needs all the fuel system, that cooling system needs to be gone through, and I'm not afraid to do it, but it's going to be a lot. I want to see this thing on the road. So other than that, tell me what you want to see. We got other content coming up. I do want to do some order some parts for this, kind of class it up just a little bit. She is a workhorse, been going good. We got another, I'll give you a sneak peek. You can kind of see it through the door there. We got another project coming up that I'm really excited to work on. It's been a long time coming type of thing. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I said, leave me a comment, tell me what you think. What do you think we should do with it? Any information on it would be helpful. If you see anything like it, shoot me a picture down below, or emails down below also. So other than that, you got anything for them?
Like, subscribe.
I already said that.
Don't smoke it out.
Don't smoke it out. Smoke them if you got them. All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.